Click on that. Hello and welcome to In A Realm Plays. My name is Craig and today we are playing Magic the Gathering Arena and we're going back into the mucky dark depths. That is Brawl. And today we're playing with Lord of the Rings, Tom Bombadil, who is a legendary god bard and he's an all-colour good stuff. As long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible. Whenever the final chapter of an ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Hello, Travis. How are you doing? Well, I know you're not feeling great today, but thank you for watching anyway, despite feeling like crap. And it's so early where you are on a Sunday. I appreciate you. I really do. So, this deck is all about the sagas. So, we've got quite a number of them in here, and we've got a few different win cons as well. The most important thing is getting to that 5 colour as quickly as possible. To help with that, we've got Ley Lines of the Guild Pack. We've got your normal ramping like Land of War Elves, Kami, Delighted Halfling, Birds of Paradise, Crystal of Altar Cave, and we've got Leyline of Guild Pact, which makes all lands all colours, as well as each permanent being all colours as well. Once we've got that stage, we can get our commander out, and then we're going to be playing some sagas. We've got Destroy sagas like The House Grows Hungry, which is from the new Spider-Man set, which is a great little card. We've got the Eldest Reborn, which is another destroy spell. We've got the Summon Bahamut, which is great when it comes out for free. The joy it brings is phenomenal. People often quit when they see Bahamut, especially when it's free on turn like 5. Cruelty of Gix, so we can control where we want that saga to be. So yeah, a few different sagas which hopefully you'll see throughout the stream. We've also got Enchantment Love, like with Yuna, Hope of Spira, with words me hard, which is a human cleric, which during each of my turns I can return an enchantment card from my graveyard, so we can be bringing back those enchantments like Summon Behemoth and other ones that end. We've also got a nice little saga, which is with the help from Williak, who suggested this one. So we play it. We're going to have tokens, hopefully, because we've got a number of sagas that create tokens. We're going to be exchanging a token for their commander, and then the next turn we're going to be swapping the Trickster God's Heist with something that they control. Then the saga dies, they take 3 life, and then with cards like Muldrova or Yuna, I can bring that card back, and we can do it all over again by swapping their favourite cards for my shitty tokens. So that's the plan. It's worked for me a few times, and it's been great. And then I've got All Will Be One, which, when we've got numerous sagas, they take a lot of life per turn. There's lots of different ways we can win with stuff like the Trickster God's Heist, which they tend to concede when they see that, and other such thing like playing stuff for free with Galos. Well, it's not free because we're paying that much, but yeah. So we've got a number of cool cards in here, so I think that's it really. With that being said, let's jump into the queue and let's see who we go against on this lovely Sunday morning. I've got 2 rubbish tasks which are going to get completed because I'm playing with 5 colour deck, so it's going to get completed today. This deck, when it works and it works well, it's brilliant. Sometimes it's a bit slow compared to a lot of decks it goes up against. It tends to go up against mono coloured decks a lot, and it's just a bit too slow. It's more of a builder, you know, but once it gets going, it really gets going. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll win my first game. Ulalek, Fused Atrocity, which is another 5 colour good stuff. We're going to see lots of Eldrazi, lots of ramping, and again, when that deck explodes, it's going to explode all over the place. We've got ways to make our creatures and enchantments uncounterable. We've only got 2 mana. Sad mulligan. Oh god, only 2 lands. There are plenty of lands and plenty of ramping. Spelunking helps in this deck. We've got some removal. Garnet's good in this deck as well because we can control moving counters from sagas we control. So I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna select white, just so if they play something we can remove it and slow them down a little bit. So yeah, it's devoid of colour. Whenever you cast an Eldrazi spell, you may pay 2 colourless. And if you do, copy all spells you control, then copy all other activated and triggered abilities you control. You may choose new targets for the copies. I'm probably going to regret not mulliganing again. There is plenty of ramping in this deck. Bollocks. Oh, I'm going to give him a lands. Am I right? Poo Poo UFO, they can put lands from their hand onto the battlefield by tapping it. Obviously it's got summoning sickness. But I'm saving Swords to Plowshare for one of the really scary Eldrazi. Everybody cross everything for a land. Just a green. Give me a green so I can play Spelunking. Come on. Green. Come on. Damn it. Damn it. We'll throw Eldest Reborn away because with Yuna we can return it. Here's Ulalek. Let's slow them down. They've done a lot of ramping, and they're only going to get 2 life. Unless they can counter it, which they can't. So, just slows them down a speck. I don't think it's going to help, but let's see what we've got. Let's see. I'm going to concede. We've not got the lands. We're too slow. Sometimes it happens. It's just the way of Arena, the shuffler. It happens. I'm not going to get annoyed about it because apparently it's completely random. Apparently, it's got they've done a mathematics equation or something or other. We're going against Squall, Seed Mercenary. When a creature attacks alone, it gets double strike, and when Squall deals damage to a player, then they can return a spell to their hands. We have 3 mana. We're doing much better than we were last time, and we've got a bit of ramp. Yeah, let's keep it. We've got a couple of sagas as well, so we're off to a much better start than we were last time. Unfortunately, the ramping is only going to give us white mana, but we already have access to white mana, and we've got access to now all of the colours. So, fan dabby dozy. This is a much better start. Another land on top? Yeah, we'll keep that. Next turn, there's nothing I can do other than doing a bit of ramping, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, green into Avacyn's Pilgrim. And then I can play blue and red. Squall is a great commander. I really enjoyed building a squad deck. Travis lands, am I right? I know, tell me about it. More ramping. That's cool. So I'm going to not ramp. I'm going to play a saga. So now all creature cards I own with value, mana value 2 or less, get a +1/+0 buff, and that is perpetual. So even when that saga ends, that's still going to happen. Next turn, I can play my blue mana and actually play Tom Bombadil. They're playing black-white. There is a chance that they're going to kill Tom Bombadil. There's Birds of Paradise. That's great. So we'll play blue and we'll play Tom Bombadil. I think they're going to kill Tom Bombadil. They are playing in Orzhov colours. They've given me a nice. That's not a good sign. If they do kill Tom Bombadil, I'm only a turn away from being able to play him again, so that's not too much of an issue. Rediscover the Way. We can look at the top cards of our library. I'm going to give them a nice on that. That's good. Rather than kill Tom Bombadil, they destroyed my saga. Which kind of makes sense because they know I can just replay. So, which saga will be the best? I'm going to play Lost in Littjara because we can take a copy of a card. You know what? And I'm going to keep it in that order. Then we've got some removal. We've got 2 bits of removal and another land. Perfect. We can play Elegant Parlor for turn, which is going to surveil. We've already surveilled this turn, so we know what's on top anyway. And then I'm going to Arcane Signet. And then we can do one of the maps. We know it's a saga on top, so that's going to get... Is that going to give it a +1/+1? Creature you control explores, activate only as a sorcery. They're going to kill it. So annoying. But that's okay. I'm not mad. Let's grab a mountain. I can replay Tom Bombadil, so that's fine. So, yeah. Hopefully, Tom will be on the battlefield when Lost in Littjara is going to... And I'm going to get a copy of Tom Bombadil. Which is really nice. And we will do that again. We know that it's a saga on top. What's great now is that we're going to get... Oh, yes, let's... that would give us 2 mana. You know what? I'm going to do it, and then we'll play Bloom Tender. That's going to give us access to all 5 colours. So, yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. They're about to hurt. Thybus, good morning. How are you doing? They're about to hurt. Lol. Yeah, lands. Yeah. The first game wasn't great. So, yes. This is a much better game. Squall is going to get double strike. What creature have they got in there? I'm going to get rid of Birds of Paradise. They are going to be able to bring it back. But you know what? That's fine, because we have more than enough creatures. Yeah, so they're going to be able to bring that back. So I'll get rid of Avacyn's Pilgrim. Not a problem. And they'll be able to do that twice. So Avacyn Pilgrim's gone. And Bloom Tender's gone. Because I definitely want to keep... my Tom Bombadils. I'm thinking... going to get. Damn it. That's the wrong time. I mean, I could give them a Tom Bombadil. Because they're not going to have Sagas. Oh, shall I give them a Tom Bombadil? Yeah, I don't know if that was the right choice. They killed it for me. Perfect. Let's grab a swamp. Better than the guy running Dark Toot. Dark Toot? Yeah. The Dark Tootage. Let's play another saga. Yeah. Sorry, stop talking. That's great. We've got Hexproof and Tom Bombadil is now indestructible, which is fan-dabby-dozy. Let's grab a land. Let's grab you, and we'll pay 2 life. Have you come in like that, and we'll play Dion to give us another chump blocker for when their creature comes back, and we shall attack. Boink. Nice. What should I exchange control of? Library, and you lose life equal to its mana value. It's going to hurt them, so I definitely don't want to take that away from them. At the beginning of your upkeep, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less. Do I want to give them... See, target creature I don't have. Actually, yeah, you know what? There you go. There's a gift for you. That'll obviously go back to my graveyard. GG! GG, Squall. Maybe you should go back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! That was mean, and I didn't mean it. Now you see, can Tom give them draw? Oh, yeah. Read that and tell me why. Well, yeah. That was a really good itch then. GG, thank you very much. Can Tom give them draw? What do you mean? Me giving them Tom Bombadil? Tom doesn't give draw himself. What he does is at the end of the saga, it just fetches another saga to play for free. So yeah, Tom Bombadil's great. I love Tom Bombadil, especially when he's got hexproof and indestructible. That's when Tom is awesome. Yeah. Rowan, Scion of War, Rakdos. They may be too quick. No, can the deck force draw? No. I don't have anything that does, no. Not off the top of my head. Although that would have gone really badly against them, wouldn't it? Okay, we can create tokens, we can bring enchantments back, and we've got a wash away to slow them down. So I'm going to keep this. We've got 3 mana. Yeah, definitely going to keep it. So Rowan, Sign of War, has menace. Spells you cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. In that instance, it'd have been funny. It would have been funny. Make them kill themselves with their own toot. I don't think we're going to need to wash away this turn, so we'll have it enter tapped. And we can have Stomping Ground enter tapped, and we can just hold up wash away for next turn. Just to slow them down a spec, we'll have that enter tapped. Yeah. Get back whence you came from. Wait, what? No. Cancel. What? It's a black and a red. Cost X, and it can be countered. Yes. What am I missing? Shit, the bed. Oops. Cavern of Souls. I'm going to give them an old ups. That's fair. Let's do 3 blind mice, because that's going to give me some chump blockers. Although it's got menace. Amazing ramp to the hand with you. Yeah. Okay. It's good that they're wasting their... I think it would be really nice to get black market connections out. Oh, great. I'm going to be discarding cards. And again, lands. Bollocks. Do I want removal? I kind of want removal. I can't play it. Why didn't I just grab the... Oh, I'm a moron. We've got Yuna on the battlefield. So I'm going to throw away the enchantment. Damn it. They're going to have protection. Oh, brilliant. That's good. Let's grab you. We'll name... We're going to name God, so we can play Tom Bombadil. This is bad. This is bad. Well, a bit zesty. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Right, I need... If I get a green mana, then... yeah, this is just bad. I need black. But if I get green, I can play Tom Bombadil. Okay, we're down to 9. Let's go with this one, and we'll get rid of that card. That'll go back as a land. That kind of worked in my favor, so that's quite good. Oh, Bolas Citadel. They're going to get to pay life to play spells from the top of their library. Okay, they're going to be skipping their draw step and they get to pay life. They're down to 8. Down to 4. Back up to 8. And I'm guessing Yuna's dead. I think they can pretty much play the rest of their deck with the cards they've got. So I'm going to concede here because, yeah, they can just keep playing spells. They're going to get loads of life, get to 50, kill me that way. So, yeah. GG, you dick. Right, someone needs Greven and Arena. Doesn't have it. No. But that's fine. This deck is still worthy. This is how I feel about now. That's how I feel inside. Remember when toys were this good? They were funny and good. We're going against Signs of the Air Spider. All their spiders are going to have haste, lifelink, flying, and stuff. So we've got some removal. Leyline, we have to keep this hand because it's got Leyline in it. And Leyline is great in an all-colour good stuff deck. We'll Surveil for turn. We've got some ramping. We're going to get to Tom Bombadil quite quickly unless they have a way to destroy. We will have that enter tapped. And we'll play Llanowar Elves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I... Yeah, I'm going to play that to slow them down because everything's going to have lifelink once Spider's out. So I think putting them off from their ramp is probably the better idea. I can then ramp myself. No land. Okay, that's fine. We will cultivate this turn then, and we'll grab 2 lands. We'll grab a blue and a white, and we'll put the blue onto the battlefield, and then we'll play that for turn, and then we'll grab another saga. And then next turn, Tom Bombadil. So Tom Bombadil's not going to trigger with Awaken, unfortunately. But at least we slowed them down for a turn. No blocks. I'll take 5. No. I'm not going to do that. Let's get Tom Bombadil out. And let's attack in. So there you go. Leyline Weaver's going to have haste and flying and lifelink. Urborg's going to make them bigger. That's evil. Let's see what we get. Come on, give me a good one. Yeah, okay. Let's do Cruelty of Gix. Shit, I mean, I'm dead next turn, unfortunately. Oh dear, I tried, but Signs of the Air Spider is just phenomenally good. GG, Scion, GG. Yeah, I should have remembered that that was going to cost me life. That's pretty much the same thing. You legend Egon's dead, so that figure extra special. Egon! I mean, they're just so good. GG, thank you very much. Thank you, even though I lost. I mean, this one has the best facial expression. He's just missing his arm. You see what I mean? I don't know if it's working and the camera can even see it properly. But, yeah. GG. Flying Spooders. My partner would freak, yeah, mine too. Although she is the spider killerer in this house. Because she's much better at it than me. Because I'm a bit of a scared cat. But we don't talk about that. That's fine. Right, what we got next? We are going against Orphan Cocoon Felchi, also known as Muldrotha. Fire Tide something or other. So they're going to be able to play spells from their graveyard per turn. They can play an enchantment, a creature, a land, and a artifact, but they can only do one of each per turn from their graveyard. We've also got that card in this deck. Yuna's good. We've got some removal, but we've only got 2 mana. But we've got some ramping. I'm going to keep it because we've got access to some ramping, and I'm going to put that in the graveyard because hopefully with Yuna we'll be able to bring it back later on, and maybe, I don't know, swap Llanowar Elves for Muldrotha. That would be great. I'm suspecting that we're going to have lots of kill spells and stuff until we get to that. We need green for Llanowar, which is only going to give us access to another green. Damn. Let's hope we get some more lands. Awesome. Okay. So we've got access to black, white, and green. We'll have it enter tapped, and we'll play Llanowar Elves. Yeah. Next turn, we've got some removal. We can do Binding of the Old Gods. We're going to do Binding of the Old Gods, definitely. Although they'll be able to bring it back, at least it's going to slow them down a little bit. I think getting rid of Travelling Chocobo is too important. Next turn, we'll play Leyline, but I think I didn't want them to have a turn of Travelling Chocobo, especially with Bristly Bill out, definitely. We can also get rid of that and exile it, if we get another land. We need blue, we need red. Let's do that and we'll have it enter tapped. And we will yeah. Okay. Winston was a boss. Winston was a boss. They can return a creature from their graveyard. So Travelling Chocobo is probably going to be the one that they'll bring back to their hand. Search for more. They're doing a lot of ramping. Hear me out. I think Yuna there you go. You can, yeah, let's do that. God, I've got really bad deja vu. Right, so now Bristly Bill is ours. We can also bring back the Destroy and kill Travelling Chocobo again. We can also get rid of their black market and connections, although it is costing them life each turn. We can also kill Taval. No blocks. What do I get rid of? Travelling Chocobo again. There's more Drover. They're going to be able to replay lands and stuff. Travelling Chocobo. What I need is let's grab the Surveyor. Let's see what's on top. Let's give you +1/+1. That's good. That's brilliant. That's really good. Okay. We're going to exile a creature. And we'll play Flooded Strand. And we will give you a +1/+1. We'll play Garnet. No attacks. Goalkeeper. See, Archon would be great because it's going to give me lots of life linking, which is what I kind of need. Especially against their flying, because I've got no protection in the air. But we can block anything they attack with. We've got a hexproofing, indestructible Tom Bombadil. We've got lots of ways we're going to be able to get rid of Mossborn Hydra. So I think Archon is best to play next. Yes, Mossborn Hydra is the next threat we need to get rid of. 16-16. Ramp so hard, yes. 64-64. Hopefully, we will get something removal with this one. That's going to go to exile, I think, once it's done. What are we going to get? I'd love to be able to make that Mossborn Hydra my Mossborn Hydra. But I just can't. Displace a kitten so they can return a creature when they play a non-creature spell. From there, they can exile it and then play it again. Let's kill it. We definitely need that protection in the air. There's more ramping. Jesus Christ. It's an annoying thing. We're going against decks like this. It takes forever. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Sacrificing one, that's a bit of a shame. Let's put a vigilance counter on you. Here's the thing, they can replay everything from their hand, so it was worth a shot. I can't get rid of Mossborn Hydra, so I am dead. GG! GG. It was a close one, but look at that board, yeah. I mean, what could I have done against that? If I'd have got a bit of removal, if I'd have, yeah. You'd think that reverting a Saga back to 1 would make it exile another creature again. That's what I thought would happen with Garnet. Whenever Garnet attacks, you may remove a law counter. So removing a law counter sends it back to 1. So I know so it will repeat on the next turn, go back to number 2 again. But you'd think it would trigger. It should. I think it should trigger again, personally. But what do I know? But it should trigger again. Should trigger the first part because but then you're not adding a law counter, you're just taking one away. And you should be able to add as well with Garnet. You can add a law counter. That's what I think anyway. Again, what do I know? Can't believe I've only won 1 game. And it's such a good deck as well. But there we go. It just goes to show, last stream won most games and won them well. And then this stream, just, yeah. So the Scarab Guard zombies, and they're going to be able to bring zombies back from the graveyard. And when it dies, it goes back to the hand. We've got a couple of removal bits. We've only got 2 mana. Yeah, can't re-trigger the first. That's on enter. It'd have to have no counters in it. Yeah. Yeah. There's got to be a way to be able to restart a Saga again. I bet there is. I just don't know what that is. I guess it would be blinking, wouldn't it? Blink non-creature. Is there a card that does that? 2 mana. Okay. Orzhov, white-black, ridiculous. But we've got a couple of Sagas, and we've got no ramp because we don't have green. Eek. But we can scry 2 on the next turn, so that's fine. Yes, blink it, not phase it. But the question is, what's we'll keep that on top. What is that? I love that artwork. I bought my friend the set of lands because he absolutely loved them. Makes little difference, but what we can do is we can scry, see if we can get a land on top. No. Oh, I love you, but no. I need you later, not now. Come on, land. Because I mean, I don't even think I'm going to have the mana to be able to play Guild Pack because I've got no green. Give me a land. Ugh. Ristic Study, that's going to tax me. I guess we may as well get the Sagas out. I want to play you. Right, come on. In white, there's Flicker of Fate. Flicker of Fate. Is that the new one? No attacks. Flicker of Fate. I think that is the new one, isn't it? It looks like the spider. The spider. Justicar's Portal. And Long Road Home. I don't know if any of them are on Arena, but we shall check. And Eerie Interlude. Interlude. Okay. We'll have a look. It's the only thing I can play. They might have a counter spell, no? It's going to come back anyway, but there's a surprise. More black mana. What is going on? But then I can make it become my creature. And they're going to kill my token, or they'll wait until I've got that out. Oh, finally. Okay. Dion's dead again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well away from Bahamut coming out. Also, you want your filter in the search set to not owned. Made my headache when I found that. Yeah. Oh dear. Fine. And they're going to kill it. How dull. And the reason I've done that is because that's going to go when I don't have creatures, whereas if I'd have played Tom Bombadil, then, yeah, I'm going to lose a lot of life this turn. Hmm. Yeah, Bahamut. Come on, you big beauty. Thing is, they can return it to the hand again, but at least they're getting rid of their death for change. Okay. G fucking G. Dull, boring. And I'm only saying that because I lost. You know, I'm not salty at all. One game win is just fucking awful. Right, where was I? Eerie Interlude. Let's search for Flicker. Because I think Flicker would be good in this deck. Definitely. I think the problem with this deck is it puts in the queue, it puts it against like the complete opposite. And I'm not trying to come up with excuses, but like you see, that's you see, that's only on enter. That's artwork, so cool. That would, if you saw that scuttling across your living room, I think anybody would shit, wouldn't they? They'd just do a massive shit, I think, if that came flying in through your window. What do you do? Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, exile up to one target creature. Not good. That's not good for sagas, but yeah. Okay. So, let's have a look what's on here. Not collected. Flicker of Fate. Something that's flickering. Exile target creature or enchantment, then return it to the battlefield. You see, that's good. Let's craft that. While I'm here, may as well craft it anyway, because I have commons for days. Counters fall off when you flicker. Downside is critters you flicker are treated as a fresh summon. Yeah, but with the destroy sagas, that would be brilliant. The other downside, possible downside, is that it takes another extra turn for that saga to trigger Tom Bombadil. But with a couple of games, that would have saved me and possibly won me the game with having just Flicker of Fate on there. So let's. Oh shit! Yeah. Let's add it and then we can have a look. Okay, so Flicker of Fate. Justica. Right, that's not on here. Long Road Home. Exile target creature. See, that's creature, so no, that's no good. The filter. What was the other ones you said? Long Road Home and Eerie Interlude. What would be great is an enchantment. Whenever you play an enchantment, you can exile an enchantment and return an enchantment. That would be perfect. I bet that card doesn't exist. Exile any number of target creatures you control. Yeah, no. So the only one is Flicker. Is the two flickers. Flicker of Fate and Flicker Wisp. I think maybe just the instant. Being able to... Could you imagine getting Behemoth down and then flickering it on first turn? That would be mental. Let's get rid of... I'm going to get rid of Wash Away. It only works... Wait, what? Wait. What? What did I do? Did I accidentally click on something? Probably. It's me. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of Wash Away. It only really works in when you've got it in your hand first turn, and yeah, you know me, I'm just not that bothered about countering stuff. Although I have used it today. I've said that, and I have used it today. But I'd rather have Flicker in there than Wash Away. So I've done it. Okay. I've done it. Again, that's only going to help me in specific set of circumstances, but got more... Would it be better to have a creature? No. Yeah, no. 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 This deck is good, I promise. I'm not doing it justice. I think that's the problem. And this isn't an excuse, but it tends to put me against decks that are very fast and have a lot of enchantment hate and very creature heavy decks. So it tends to, before I can even get my commander out, I'm like, you know, what would make Tom Bombadil perfect is if he was one colour, but then like Golos. See what I mean? We're going against a white mono deck where this is going to be fast life gamey. Archon is my favourite card in the deck. I love Archon. Archon. Muldrova's great in this deck, but we've got no Sagas. And we can't play anything, so I'm going to mulligan. Okay. Speaking of which, nice. Much better. And Teferi's Protection. I don't have Teferi's Protection. But would that... When they phase back in, how does that work? Teferi's Time Twist. You see, that's another thing I've not put in here, like extra turn. Not done any of that. Maybe that's another thing I can do. Definitely going to grab blue. We've got swamp. We've got forest. So blue red, which I don't have. Don't have blue red, but I could grab a black blue with the Verdant, so I could grab this Triome. Yeah. And then I can grab blue, black, pay 2 life, and then scry. Oh, good. Lands for days! We'll put that on top. So we can play it next turn without it coming in tapped. And then we should be able to do... No, yeah, we can do that. Can we do Tom Bombadil? So I'm going to play a land this turn. So So that's 3, 4. Won't be able to play Tom Bombadil. So Rediscover the Way or Dion. Let's go with Dion. Dion. And we're going to save Flicker of Fate. Phasing keeps counters. Yeah, okay. Good to know. I don't have Teferi's protection, but maybe an extra turn would help in this deck. Okay, they're going to get a land whenever a life whenever something enters, and whenever they get 3 life per turn, they can draw a card. Heliod, I didn't even go through the commander. I'm sorry. Nice. We've got some protection from Halia attacking. I could green what? Okay, they've clearly seen what's in my hand and been like, nope, I don't want any of that nonsense. Fair. Okay, thank you. I think they gave me that win, but you know, I deserve it. I'm a good boy. Yeah, sorry, no, I was going to look at Teferi's Time Twist, which I don't think I have. Should I add an extra turn spell? Because obviously with Sagas working per turn, having an extra turn when you've got 3 Sagas on the battlefield, I didn't even think about extra turn. And that's the downside with Sagas, is adding lore counters. There's ways to take them off, like with Thingamabob, what's her face? You know the one, Garnet. But I don't want to be taking counters off. But if I can add them with an extra turn. Teferi? No, that's not how you spell it, is it? Teferi. What do you do? Okay, I did not know I had a Teferi Planeswalker. There you go. I don't know when the hell I got that, but fair. Exile target permanent you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. If it enters as a creature, it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Let's craft it anyway, because we can. That's good, and arguably better than Flicker. I think that's better than the Flicker of Fate. Yeah, okay. I'm going to add an extra turn. I think the more I'm thinking about it, the more I like it. Which one? like that. Does that mean I have it? But I just don't have that art. Oh no, it's banned. Right, okay. Keep both. Okay, I'll re-add flicker. And I think just temporal is probably the best one. Yeah, we'll add temporal. Thank you very much. And we'll re-add flicker. Right, you need to tell me what to get rid of. Okay, so we need to get rid of two things. I'm going to get rid of Garnet. I've never found a use for Garnet. She's only a 2/2. Yes, she has lifelink, but I don't want to really be removing counters. But I just added it purely for the saga. So I'm going to get rid of Garnet. So I need to get rid of something else. All the ramping is essential in this deck, as it is all the land. So I can't remove anything else, land-wise or ramping-wise. Maybe one of the sagas. This is probably, Rediscover the Way is probably the saga that I least like. That sentence made no sense. I don't think. Having said that, you can control getting lands and whatnot. Yes, that one and that one. Okay, cool, done. All right, let's see. Hopefully, with this extra stuff, being able to take an extra turn and add those counts onto those sagas, especially if we've got All Will Be One in there as well. Chef's Kiss. Now I've taken that saga out. There's 23 sagas in the deck, which should be enough sagas to, yeah, to pop off sagas wise. Hopefully. Yeah, look what else I got. Oh, that's one of the ghosts you get with it. But look at that. It's a cool trap. And then you stamp on this and the trap opens. So yeah, I've been playing Ghostbusters and stuff because I got this from eBay, if you didn't watch the last stream. Okay, so we have Teferi's Time Twist. We can create some tokens. We've got mana. We've got a removal. All Surveyor lands, unfortunately. No green mana. Jelly, sir, I am jelly. You should be. It's such a good set. And here I'll show it. Look, here's the tower, and the U's drops down. I don't know if you can see it. Oh shit! Oh shit! There goes the car. Oh shit! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh. No, I've got it. Everything's fine. It's fine. And it's not nobody at the door. I just dropped the car from the tower. And there's the car. Look at it. Oh, beautiful. Anyway, right. Right. They're thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? Right. Let's surveil. All will be one. I'm going to keep on top. I don't want to throw it away. Great card in this deck. It has won me some games. We're going against Iroas, God of Victory, one of my favourite red-white creatures. Attacking creatures have indestructible, and oh my god, you legend Hector 1 in the house. Hector 1 in the house! Black red. What was I saying? Yeah, makes their creature ramping on top. No green mana. That's sad, but ramping on top. Arabella, I'm going to take damage compared to how many small creatures they've got. And I think that was definitely worth getting rid of because that can kill you. Ramping, but no green mana. I'm going to throw it away. Can't. Nothing to flip. What was I saying? Yeah. So whenever their creatures attack, all their creatures get menace, and their creatures become indestructible when Iroas is on the battlefield. It's indestructible. Bollocks. Smothering Tithe, so I'm going to get taxed whenever I draw a card. Still can't play anything. This is bad. This is bad. Iroas can come on the battlefield now. Come on the battlefield. Good call on the weenie roast. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get Iroas, and I would have just ended up taking lots of life. So, yeah. I think we're going to be seeing quite a lot of small goblins and stuff, which are all going to be indestructible when they attack. Green. God damn it. Nothing to play, so might as well pay the 2. So I'm going to take 1 damage to the face. It's got haste, so it's going to do 1 damage to my Bonce when it attacks. Green is the most prominent card in this deck. I can't even channel it. Oh, right, I'm going to have to concede this one. Right, so out of how many games have I played today? Probably 6. Williak, good morning. How are you doing? So out of probably, what, 6, 7 games, I've only had a couple of games where I've got the lands, even though this deck has lots of ramp and 40 lands. So what is going on with the ramp, with the lands in this deck? Maybe. Oh, it doesn't. It has 39 lands. Oh. And it's got rid of red basic. So the deck's auto assigner thinks that I shouldn't have any basic red, but really there's only 2 red spells anyway. Oh, well, 3 including Tom Bombadil. Bollocks. What's the basic count? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, maybe I'm... Maybe I've got too many coming in, surveilling. See, that's... And then if I add in 2 red... So we've taken out too many enters tapped. Yeah, so I've taken out 2 that enter tapped, but the rest are pay life, and then there's 1. How many surveyor? 1, and then the triome. So 2 comes in tapped. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7 coming tapped. That is too many. I'm really not very good at doing lands in decks. Right. Drop the repeat uncommons and level the basics. What do you mean? The enter tapped can be solved with the spelunking and the Yo ship from Final Fantasy. Yeah, I've got spelunking in here. And yes, I know who you mean for the... Yeah, I know who you mean. But I don't think adding him from Final Fantasy into the deck will really work. What else does he do? What's his name? The Bard one. Yeah. Final Fantasy, and it was green. Was it Simic? I think it was Simic, wasn't it? I think it was green blue. Yeah, the Wandering Minstrel. Lands you control enter untapped. The mission at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2. Other creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn where excess number of towns you control. Yeah, that's no good to me in this deck. Doesn't really fit. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, Thigh, what were you saying about drop the repeat uncommons and level the basics, in my honest opinion? Which ones do you mean? Drop all the uncommon lands? Let's have a look. We'll put on the plus. Maybe more mana rocks. I got loads. Like if you got 2 that make black white, drop 1 for a basic. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so white blue with it. There's only 1. Black white enters, pay 2 life, or a surveil. So if we get rid of the surveil, then we've got 2 that black white. Get rid of the surveil. I prefer having the choice. There's only 1 that does red blue, so keep that. Only 1 that does red black, keep that. 2 that do green black. Let's keep the surveil because it's a swamp and a forest. Only 1 that does red green. 2 that do red white. Let's keep the surveil because that's mountain and plains. Only 1 that does green white. Green blue. Forest island is the only one. The triome. Yeah, that's fine. 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 Okay. Maybe more mana rocks, but that means how many sagas have I got? 22. So if I drop 39 lands in this deck, should be more than enough. Should it? You see, that's really good in this deck as well because it means all lands are every type, but it's yeah, and it's an enchantment, so also good. Fear of Ridicule. Oh, I love Fear of Ridicule so much. But it's only a 2/3. No, I want to keep it. Oh, I've played with it so many. Mountains, yeah. For some reason, the land thingamabobby thinks that I only need one, but I definitely... I'm going to get rid of 2 forests and add in another 2. Yeah. Bloom Tender can be good in this deck. Yeah, Bloom Tender's in here. I could get rid of Destiny's Spinner. It just makes enchantments uncounterable. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. So now we're at 40 lands. Williat's got the groove. No, it's protection. Okay. It's true. It is. It is protection. What should I get rid of? Oh, yeah. Silly goose. Inquisitive Glimmer. Inquisitive Glimmer. Is that something you want me to add? Inquisitive Glimmer. Enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Unlock costs. Oh, yeah, that's really good as well. You're right. Okay, now we need to get rid of 2 cards. There is quite a lot of removal. There's no board wipes in this deck, but adding in a board wipe I think might be important actually, because we're going. It puts us against lots of decks that are so fast and creature heavy. Having a board wipe to slow them down might help. I'm thinking maybe Toxic Deluge. Okay, I'm going to take away Ethereal Armor. It's a great little saga though. Helps get rid of Ocelot Prides and stuff. Singularity Rupture for a wipe. Singularity Rupture. Destroy all creatures, then any number of target players each mill half their... Oh, God, yeah, that's nice. But it's so expensive, but it's nice. Yeah, it's an evil one. Okay. Get rid of it. Get rid of what? Which one? That's some good removal. As much as I don't want to. At 6, their board should be juicy. Yes, that's true, but I might not be at 6. Right, one more thing. Come on. What am I going to get rid of? I don't think I can get rid of any more sagas. Wash away. It's gone. I've removed it. Maybe imposter syndrome. It's an expensive enchantment, although it's amazing. I think I need to get rid of something up this end. And I think imposter syndrome doesn't really fit. It's just a good enchantment. So I'm going to take that out. So yeah. The deck is mostly ramping with a few good sagas thrown in. Yeah. Okay. We're there. We're there. This deck's going to win every game now. I can't believe we've only won 2 games. Come on. I believe the imposter syndrome is better on a Yuna reanimator deck. Yeah. I'll just put it in there because I love it, but I think you're right. I mean, Yuna's in here, so we can be reanimating those sagas. But, yeah. I think we've just streamlined it a little bit more. Although we've not increased the number of sagas, we've got a more supporting creatures and land to get to being able to play our thing and slow them down. See what I mean? It puts me against these mono-coloured decks, lots of creatures. That's going to be very fast. So that will give us access to green, black and white. And we'll be able to cultivate for a red or blue. Sad mulligan. That's even worse. I should have kept it. Bollocks. I don't think Reed is good in this deck. I've really messed up this one. I don't really want to throw any of these away. Ugh. Okay. Card, keep in the card drawer. I think they said hello, so I'll say hello back. At least we've got a little bit of a blocker. No blocks. Let's get a saga out. Okay, we're actually doing alright for lands. We may as well attack in. Next turn we can bind the old gods and maybe get rid of Goblin War Chief. Nice, you got that. I did get the Momo. I'm a big fan of Momo. At least their goblins aren't going to have haste anymore. I can do Tom Bombadil next turn. So I've got green, red, black, white. Green, red, black, white. So I need blue. Let's surveil. Okay. We'll grab a blue. And then that's going to give us Tom Bombadil. And we're not going to attack him. You let Krenko live. Yeah. Yeah. They would have just been able to play it again. And yeah, probably the wrong thing to go. Where's the board wipe when you need it? Let's grab a mountain. Let's kill Krenko. I did this in the wrong fucking order. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot Meat Hook Massacre's in here. There's nothing I can do, I am dead next turn. I played this all wrong. Pashulik Mons would be game at this point. Yeah, it's just too much. It's putting me against these decks, but it's just too creature heavy. Even if I'd have killed Krenko, you know, all their goblins would have haste. He'd come back out the next turn, and then same amount of goblins. So I thought haste, at least they're not attacking me with each goblin they're creating each turn. Was my logic behind getting rid of the haste enabler over Krenko. Yeah, I don't know why I look up there when I think. I don't know what's going on up there. I noticed it while I was editing the other day. I was like, stop looking up at the ceiling. There's nothing there. Or is there? Green, red, white. No black, no blue. One saga, which we can't play. He had 4 mana and Krenko is 6 with the tax. No, because goblins were cheaper, weren't they? Wasn't there something on the battlefield that made goblins 2 cheaper? Or was it 1 cheaper? Yeah, you might have been right, actually. Good thinking. Keep or mull? We're going against mono blue. Kato is going to make something unblockable, and whenever they do damage, it is going to, I get it, make us always pairing me off against mono white or board blockers. Exactly, excuse me. Yeah, keep. Okay, mull. Oh, that's 1 for mull, 1 for keep. Travis, you've got to decide, bro. It's on you. Mull or keep? Mull or keep? Mull or keep? Nice response. Mull, okay. Okay. Give them a hello, and then let's give them a little blinky blink. And I'm not going to attack, just in case they've got something that can get rid of a attacking creature. No. No. Yeah, we had a hat trick there. They're going to scry too. Okay. They're going to get to draw a card whenever Fairy Seer does a damage. Let's play a Swamp for turn. Thing is, I don't want to swap a creature. I don't want them to have my Delighted Halfling. So I may as well attack in, because they're not going to block, because I don't want to get rid of Fairy Seer. Okay. So if I play Mountain next turn, checking out my land art. That's my land, not yours. You don't need to check it out. Rustic Study. Oh, there's a surprise. Ouch. And they get to draw a card, which isn't a physical ouch, but it hurts my feelings. Let's play the Mountain, and then we can get Tom Bombadil out. Can't be counted. They're going to get to draw a card, and then next turn we can do Cruelty of Gix. It would be nice to... I mean, they could return it to my hand. It's blue. They're probably going to return it to my hand. And also, if they play their Planeswalker, they can start building it up, but then they're not going to have protection. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Let's pay the one. Let's go to 2 because I want to grab they could double block and kill Tom Bombadil, so I'm not going to do that. They're going to make something unblockable.
Chance I lose.
They've got good blockers now with Homunculus Horde.
Let's surprise them.
And Kato's going to get to its major ability sooner than we think. Probably should have played the land first. Silly boy. They're going to counter it. They've got 2 blue. They're going to counter it. That's really fucking annoying. Wait. What happened? Why didn't that get me a free saga? Wait, why didn't I get another saga? I know I couldn't put a creature card onto the battlefield under my control. But why didn't I get another saga?
We got this, Pom Pom John. You're already dead.
I don't understand. I don't understand why that didn't trigger Tom Bombadil. They haven't got anything in exile. They only countered... Wait. So I played that to 2. What am I missing? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why that didn't trigger. That's annoyed me. Because that should have got to fetch me another saga. I don't know why it didn't. Do any of you guys know what I'm missing there? Because they had nothing on the battlefield that stopped me from being able to... Don't know about that. Yeah. Let's see who it puts me against this time. Clearly, Sunday morning is not a good day for Magic. We're going against Vivisa Orbital Overseer, and they get to create a token whenever they play a artifact. We've got some removal, we've got Shieldred, we've got a bit of the Shelly. We can play a bit of the Shelly, and we've got Command Tower. Let's keep. Flying Vigilance. When it enters, conjure a card of your choice from Planet Spellbook onto the battlefield. Whenever you attack, create a lander token. If it becomes a 2/1 artifact creature token applying. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. No Saga in the top 4. It's not top 4 though. It's reveals cards from the top of your library until you reveal a Saga card. So it shouldn't matter. It doesn't have to be in the top 4. So I right, blue. I want blue and black. That's why. But yeah, but it doesn't have to be the top 4. It's just until don't know. We'll keep you on top. Yeah, interesting. There's something I'm missing. Yeah. We'll rewatch the replay and be right back. Okay. Yeah, that's confused me. Right, need to let that go and move on to the next one. We can destroy target permanent. Oh. What do you do? Yeah, let's get rid of them. Let's slow them down a wee speck. And then we've got more removal with Binding of the Old Gods. Oh. Yeah, let's just get some more sagas out. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully we'll get some red mana, red or black mana next. Oh, I was hoping it was going to slow them down. But obviously not. That's a great land. Let's grab a Surveil. No. Yes, Surveil. Let's see what's on top. All will be one is good. Let's discard you, and let's grab you, and then we can play that. Pay 2 life, and then play Tom Bombadil. Okay. We can do Shelly next turn, so then I'm going to have to sacrifice Visa. And hopefully we'll get to play an enchantment saga for free. We'll find out. I'm about to take 4 damage to this. Behemoth's going to be nice. Wham. I'm taking lots of damage to the face. Snow blocks, fine. The problem is Shelly doesn't really help me here. Oh god, I'm down to 13 already. Okay, let's go to 2. And we'll grab a I think Yuna. Because we can play Yuna. Let's play this one. And we'll scry 2. Don't want you, don't want you. We may as well do 4 damage while we can. And then let's bring back let's get rid of the worm. Yeah, Shelly doesn't really help me in this circumstance. 2, 4, 6, 7. We're quite far off on Bahamut. And we'll find out why this isn't going to trigger. Or we won't find out. What a wee fucking prick. You dirty wee bastard. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I can play Shelly next turn. So they have to sacrifice for Visa if that's what they play next. Two, 4, 6, 7. We'll put a land on top because then we can play Bahamut next turn. Unless they counter it. Lockdown. They don't like Tom. They do not. Right. Okay. That's unfortunately all the time I've got for today. It's been a terrible stream. I'm a terrible streamer. I'm a terrible deck builder. Don't watch me from now on. Oh my god. This has been a proper slog this morning. The deck's good. I say this every time. It must be the queue on a Sunday morning. Most people are at home and they're playing. So, I don't know. But in practice, I win more games than I lose. And then when I come to stream, it all goes tits up. So I'm assuming it's just Sunday. But I still enjoy it because I love playing Magic. But it's a bit more frustrating than normal, is what I'm going to say. So I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday. Thank you ever so much for watching. Appreciate it. I appreciate all of you very much. If you want the deck list, I promise it is a good deck. It's in the description in YouTube, and it's also on Moxfield, which the link is also in the description if you want to have a look at Moxfield and look at all the decks that I've built. If you would like to help with your decks, then join Discord. The link is in my bio, and it's also in the description. And yeah, show your deck off there, and you can get help with it. And yeah, my little community on there, we chat Magic and other nonsense. So yes, thank you yet again for watching, liking, subscribing, and just being all brilliant. And until the next time, which is Wednesday, I love you all. Goodbye now. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.